Hey yogis, welcome. 75-minute flow about. I'm glad that you're here with me to practice. Today, we'll be focusing on the hips. We'll get into garland pose, maybe give you a chance to try flying pigeon. So if you like a strap for any kind of binding, that would be a great prop. Blocks are always great as well. So as always, a good attitude, an open mind, ready to work hard, have some fun, find your breath. So we'll start in child's pose today. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees spread wide. Reach your fingertips forward, forehead to the floor. And start to find your breath. Inhaling and exhaling, just slowing things down. Take a big, deep inhale through your nose. Open the mouth, exhale, sigh it away. Inhale, fill up. Feel your back body rise toward the ceiling and your belly press on your thighs. Open the mouth, exhale, and press all the stale air out of your lungs. Inhale, fill up. Feel your rib cage expand, taking in as much fresh oxygen as you need. Open the mouth, exhale, press everything away. Inhale, using this next breath to fill up with energy and light and positivity. And when you feel like you're full, take in one more sip and hold it. And then open the mouth, exhale, let go of anything no longer serving you. Start to walk your hands toward the right side of your mat. You might even place the left hand on top of the right. Anchoring down through your left hip, your left armpit as you find more length into the left side body, the left side lung. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Start to walk your hands through center and then over toward the left. This time, right hand might find its way on top of the left hand. Once again, anchoring down through your armpit, your shoulder, your hip, really finding that stretch and that length into the right side body. Big breath in. Open the mouth, exhale, let it go. Walk your hands back through center. Start to tense your fingers, so lifting your forearms off of the floor, finding more length. Take a big deep breath in through your nose. Hold it at the top. Seal your lips. And this time exhale through your nose, sinking your hips closer to your heels. One more just like that. Inhale, filling up. Finding your ujjayi as you constrict through the back of the throat and exhale through the nose. Take your time. We'll start to make our way into tabletop pose, stacking the heels of your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath hips. I like to have my feet tucked here, but feel free to just place the tops of your feet on the floor if that's more comfortable for you. And then just start to move through some cows and cats, stretching out through the front side body, maybe stretching out the back. You can lean back towards your heels or peek over each shoulder. Finding organic, intuitive movement here. Using your inhales to find length and extension in your cow pose. And then exhales to find rounding in your cat. A couple more breaths at your own pace. And then we'll come back to a neutral spine, finding your tabletop pose. pull your belly button into your spine, press the mat away. So try not to sink in your low back, but really engage through the core. And then if your feet are not tucked, go ahead and do that. And then just hover the knees. Keep pulling the belly in tight, crown of head goes forward, just looking out in front of your mat. We'll start to fire up through the core a little bit. So just take your right knee to your right upper arm, squeeze it in, and then hover. Left to left, and hover. Just moving with your breath, nice and slow and controlled. Arms are nice and straight. We'll do 2 more each side. And then hold your hover. Breathe. And then right comes across to the left and hover. Left to right and hover. Trying to keep your hips square, so staying as neutral as you can through the hips. Just the knee moves. 2 more each side. Keep squeezing the belly. Find your breath. And then come back to a hover and hold. For 3, 2, and 1. Lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Breathe. Once again, you can find that organic movement, pedaling the feet, shaking the head. Whatever feels good here. And then find some stillness. Coming into your Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So heels are heavy, reaching for the earth. I like to bend my knees a little bit so I can pike my tailbone higher, pulling the belly in tight and really pressing the mat away here. So straight arms, head hangs heavy right between the biceps. And start to find that stretch all the way into your armpits. Be really strong, externally rotating through the shoulders, pulling the forearms together. And breathe. Come high up on your toes and start to round it forward, rounded plank into plank. Finding that strong plank pose, doming through the upper back, pulling the belly in tight, activating through the legs. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog, leading with the hips. Roll it forward like a wave, high up onto the toes, undulating through the spine. Pull the belly in tight. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. 1 more like that, yogis. Round it forward. Exhale, go back, downward facing. Come back to your plank pose and hold. Just like we did in tabletop pose, lift your right leg, right knee, right upper arm. And then take it back. Left to left and back. Just moving through this slow and controlled. Keep pressing the mat away. Use your breath. 2 more each side. And then hold your plank. Downward facing dog. Roll it forward, round it, plank into plank, hold it. Lift the right leg, right to left and back, left to right. Keep going. Starting to fire up through that core. 2 more each side, just going for a total of 5. Hold your plank, and then downward facing dog. Nice. Look to the top of your space and take little steps. Try and keep your hands planted. Don't lift the palms. Try and get your feet as close to your wrist as you can, about hips distance. And then bend the knees a lot, drop the head, ragdoll pose. It might feel good to just grab opposite elbows or forearms. Maybe you wrap behind the head or a shoulder stretch. Keep pulling the belly in tight. And just enjoy this gentle stretch. Nice bent knees. And then gently release the hands down to the earth And just roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders up to your ears and down your back. Tadasana. Really activate through the legs. Pull your kneecaps up your legs. Pull your belly in tight. Give your glutes a little squeeze. Inhale, arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, soft knees and a flat back. Hands come to the earth. Hands to the earth, your shins or your knees. Let's find a flat back. Hips back, chest forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and pull your belly in tight. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back to high plank pose. Moving through our first vinyasa, go ahead and drop your knees. Lift your tailbone, pull your elbows in tight to your side body, and just look forward as you bring your chin and your chest toward the earth. They don't even have to touch. And then slide it all the way down to your belly. Taps of the feet press into the floor, forehead into the floor. Take your hands back, close to your floating ribs, and squeeze your elbows in tight. Now activate your legs, press into the tops of your feet. Kneecaps, thighs even lift. And then lift your head and your chest. Lift your shoulder heads away from the mat. Hover the hands, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes. Activate the legs. Press all the way up to plank or tabletop. Using your inhale breath. And then go back, downward facing dog. Looking to the top of your space, walk, step, float. Try to keep your hands flat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Circle sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold it back down. Inhale, Ardha. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back to high plank. Knees, chest, chin, great option, or on your toes. Hinge it forward, hug the elbows in, lower down just halfway. Shoulders stay higher than elbows, keep looking forward. Maybe this time you come to the tops of your feet for a lifted cobra or an upward facing. Roll the shoulders back, maybe linger and look over each shoulder. And then roll over the tops of your feet, go back, downward facing dog. Either of those are a great option for your vinyasa. Not every vinyasa has to be the same. You can go slow, you can add more fire. Once again, look to the top of your space. Walk, step, float. Feet meet your hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, circle sweep the arms all the way up. This time, let's grab the left wrist with the right forefinger and thumb. I'll face you. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hips go left, upper body up and over to the right. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Think of pressing your left hip over. Your arms will come. And then find that rotation. So looking under your left bicep. Keep pressing over, finding length in the left side body. Making this half moon shape. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, switch your grip. Inhale, press up, find length first. And then hips right, upper body up and over to the left. Keep pressing the right hip over. Maybe you look under that right bicep. Keep squeezing the inner thighs, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, cactus your arms and open your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, walk, step, or float. If you're floating, land in a chaturanga. Bent elbows always. Go back, downward facing dog. Let's start to build the flow here. On an inhale, stretch your right leg high, and then bend the knee and open your hip. Let the left heel fall down toward the earth. Remember to press evenly through both hands. Keep hugging your left hip underneath you as you lift the right knee high. You might even bend and straighten or take circles, whatever feels good to you. And then straighten the leg and square off the hip. Bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. One more time like that. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it here. Now tap your shin down to the earth and look forward. And then pull it back in, cat your back. Tap the shin. Bring it in. One more time, tap it down, and then bring it in. Now, keep the knee lifted. Come to your right hand. Left arm comes up. I call this awkward side plank. Bring your left hand behind your head. Now, open. Tap the shin down and really find length here, and then close it in like a clam. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze it in. One more time. Inhale, and exhale. Come back to single-legged plank. So left hand comes down, right leg comes straight out in front of you. Give this a try. Coming to the finger pads of your left hand. Maybe the left hand reaches forward for bird dog for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down, right leg up and back. Bring your knee into your nose and step it forward, runner's lunge. Warming up through the hip flexors, let's bring the left knee down to the earth. Keep the hands down. So Anjaneyasana with the hands down. Drive your left hip forward and down. Maybe you look up. Keep the left toe tucked. Take a breath here. And then as you exhale, lift the hips and go back for a modified pyramid pose. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. One more time. Inhale. And exhale, holding it here, finding a little stretch here through that hamstring. Maybe you start to take the right toes toward the right and walk your hands toward the right. You'll get a nice stretch into the IT band on the right leg. Just an option. And then come forward. Set the toe down if it's lifted. Walk your hands forward and come into a supported warrior 3. Bend your right knee a lot. Lay your belly on your thigh. Left leg extends straight back. Toes pointed toward the floor. Extend out of your waistline. Take a breath here. On your exhale, bring your left knee into your armpit and straighten through the right leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more time like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, extend the legs straight back. Get really heavy into the right heel, so bend your right knee more. Walk your hands in. Maybe your hands start to come to your heart as you start to lift up and then tip back, crescent lunge. Use this crescent lunge to stretch out through your front body. So sit into your right thigh, reach the fingertips toward the ceiling, sit low here. Breathe. And then open up, find warrior 2. Right toes directly forward, left foot is at 90, pressing through the outside edge of your foot, the pinky edge side. So much that maybe even the arch lifts. Sit low. And what would your arms feel like if you had, you were holding a strap behind your back, and the ends of the strap were in either hand, and you were pulling it apart. So really activate through your arms. 3 sun breaths to change direction. On an inhale, straighten the legs and touch the palms. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, parallel your feet. Exhale, warrior 2 to the back of your mat. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Hands come inside of your left foot. Toe heel your left foot out, coming into a lizard lunge. Let's try to keep this active so you can stay on your hands, but try to keep the right knee lifted. Maybe you come down to your forearms if you have the space for that. I know it's early in class, but we're trying to generate some heat, so keep that right knee lifted, and then take your left knee and try to hug it towards your shoulder. Just a couple of breaths here. If you're on your forearms, come up to your hands. You might want to toe heel your left foot out a little bit more. We're coming into Malasana, so toe out, heel in. Use your core, use your hands. Right foot steps outside of the right hand. Sit low. Bring your hands to your heart, press your thumbs into your sternum, and use your elbows to press your knees out wide. Take your arms out in front of you. Come up to your right toes, lifting your heel. And then set it down. Come up to your left. And set it down. So we do this a lot in goddess pose. We're doing it in Malasana. Now, see if you can lift both. Now listen, can you press yourself all the way up to stand? Keep the heels lifted. Squeeze the inner thighs and the glutes. Heels down, hands to heart. Come back to your Malasana. Nice. Hands to the mat, lift your hips. Forward fold. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, Uttanasana, chair pose. Sit your booty back. Weight into the heels. Knit your front ribs. Engage your core. Little tuck of the tailbone. Sit a little lower. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa, walk, step, float. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take your time. Inhale, stretch your left leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. Let the right heel fall down this time. Find some length in the back of your right leg. Remember, you can take those circles. You can bend and straighten. And then square off the hips, straighten the leg. Knee to nose. High up on the toe, round forward. Inhale, lengthen. Knee to nose. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it. Tap the shin down, look forward. And then pull it in. Tap it down. Pull it in. One more time. Tap it down. Pull it in. Hold it. Come to the left hand. Keep the knee lifted. Awkward side plank. Right hand behind the head. Find that opening first and then crunch it in. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, open. Single-legged plank. Right hand comes down. Find your alignment. Maybe you practice coming to the right fingertips. Maybe right hand extends. And then right hand down, left leg up. Bring your knee back into your nose. Step it forward, runner's lunge. Right knee down to the earth. Finding that stretch on the right hip flexor. Inhale. Exhale, lift the hips, go back, modified pyramid pose. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. One more time, inhale. And exhale, holding it here, finding that stretch. Same option as before to maybe lift the toes, angle the foot to the left as you walk over toward the left, finding a different stretch along the outside of the left leg. Walk the hands forward, set the toe down if it's lifted. Start to walk the hands forward, supported warrior three. So if you're really flexible, you might have a straighter left knee. Most of us need to bend that knee a little bit to find that extension, reaching the chest away from the hips. Here we go. This is the inhale. Exhale, straighten the left leg, bring the right knee into the armpit. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, stretch it long. Get heavier in the left heel. Find your balance. Maybe hands to heart as you start to lift up. Be strong, and then tip back, crescent lunge. Use this crescent to stretch it out. Front body opening, hip flexor opening. Inhale, reach up, look up, and then open it up. Find your warrior two. Sit low. Really engage your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades, press to the outside of your right foot. Take another breath here. Here we go. 3 sun breaths. Inhale. Straighten the legs, touch the palms. Exhale, sit low. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, parallel the feet. Exhale, warrior 2, top of your space. Reverse your warrior. And then windmill the hands down inside of the right foot. Toe heel your right foot out this time. Keep the left knee lifted. Hands, maybe forearms. Hug your right knee in toward the right shoulder. Engage the belly. One more breath here. And then come up to your hands. If you're on your forearms, maybe toe heel the right foot out. Step the left foot outside of the left hand. Back to your Malasana. So each time we come to Malasana, you might find a little bit more opening. Hands come out in front of you. Come up to the left toes this time, lifting the heel. And then set it down. Come up to the right and set it down. See if you can lift both. And then using control, can you press yourself all the way up to stand? Arms can come up and overhead. Keep squeezing the inner thighs, lifting the heels higher. Hands to your heart. Sit it back down. Hands to the mat. Lift your hips, drop the head. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale, find your flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit low, engage your belly. Breathe. Sit lower. And fold. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, vinyasa. Any way through, or skip it. We'll meet in down dog. I'm going to keep moving, adding on. If you need to take a break, it's a video, so you can pause me anytime. Here we go. Inhale, stretch your right leg high. This time, take your right knee to your right upper arm as high as you can, just like we did in the warm-up. Then over to the left, to the right, and the left, and the right, and the left. Knee to nose, and then tap it down, pull it in. Tap it down, pull it in. One more time, tap, and then pull it in and hold. Stay on your right hand, knee stays lifted, awkward side plank. Left arm up, and then behind the head. Open it up, and then crunch it in. Open it up, crunch it in. One more time, inhale, and crunch. Now listen, open, arm up, leg goes forward. See if you can lift the leg, cross it in front of the left. Take it forward, and then right knee to the right upper arm. Take it forward, cross it in front. Take it forward, right knee, right upper arm. One more. Forward, cross, forward, right upper arm. Now, come back to either putting your hand down, maybe you never put it down, and see if you can find your bird dog. Just pivoting forward for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down, right leg up and back. Bring your knee into your nose, step it forward. This time we come right into our supported warrior 3. Looking forward. Same thing with those knee to armpit taps. So bringing the knee in and folding over the right leg, and then extending back. Left knee into the armpit, fold in, and then send it back. One more time, pull it in, and then send it back. Get heavy in the right leg. Look forward, maybe hands to heart. Start to lift up, and then this time we come right into warrior 2. So open up the arms, find your warrior 2. Breathe. Just one sun breath this time to change direction. Inhale, parallel the feet. Exhale, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Find your lizard lunge. Just for a breath here. So stay up on the hands. Start to toe heel the left foot out. We come right into Malasana. Right foot steps. And we sit nice and low. Breathe. Same thing as before. So hands come out in front of you. Come up on your right toe, lifting the heel. Set it down. Come up to the left. Set it down. See if you can lift both. Breathe. See if you can straighten through the back a little bit. And then maybe you start with the heels lifted, coming all the way up. Squeeze the inner thighs. Hands to your heart. Sit it back down. Malasana. Great job. Hands to the mat. Lift the hips. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale, find your flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low. Adding on here. Sweep the arms behind you. Come high up on the toes. Heels down, arms up. Sweep the arms high up on the toes. Heels down, arms up. One more time. Listen for the change. Sweep it back. And then bring your right knee to your chest. Crane pose. I'm going to face you so you can see what we're doing here. So finding your crane pose. Now listen. Tap the right foot out to the side like a skater's pose. Hug your left hip underneath you. And then circle the arms up. Come back to crane. Tap it out. Circle them up. Come back to crane. 3 more. Tap. And then lift. Tap, and then lift. One more time. Tap, and then lift. Holding it here. Hands to your heart, figure 4. Cross the ankle above the knee, flex the foot a lot. Sit low. Now we have some single-legged figure 4 squats. So on an inhale, stand up straight. Exhale, drop the hips, bend through the knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit low. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Take your time. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Just stay here for a moment. Breathe. And then inhale, lift back up to your crane pose. Now what I want you to do is hold your knee up, arms fly behind you. See if you can find your belly on your thigh. So you're coming halfway forward in crane pose. Get your belly to your thigh. This will come in handy later. And then the leg goes straight back. Finding your airplane pose. Breathe. Big step back, hands to the mat, left leg comes up and back. Moving to the other side, left knee, left upper arm. Over to the right, and the left, and the right. One more time left, one more time right. Knee to nose, and then tap it down. Pull it in, tap it down, pull it in. One more time, tap. And then pull it into your chest and hold. Come to your left hand, keep the left knee lifted, right arm up, and then behind the head. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, open, arm up, extend the leg. Fallen triangle. Now cross, extend, elbow to upper arm, extend. Cross, extend to the upper arm. Extend one more time. Cross, extend, upper arm, cross. Think I screwed that up, but it's okay, yeah? All right, here we go. See if you can come to your bird dog, Maybe you never put the hand down, just pivoting. And then right hand down, left leg up. Breathe. Bring your knee to your nose. Step it forward. Runner's lunge. Coming right into our supported warrior 3. Looking forward. Bending through the left knee. Here we go. Knee to the upper arm. Fold in. And then extend. Bring it in. And then extend. Really pull the belly in tight. One more time. Pull it in. And extend. Hold it. Walk the hands in. Get heavier in the heel. Hands to heart. Starting to lift up. And then open it up. Warrior 2. Breathe. Just one sun breath this time. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, warrior 2, top of your space. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, coming right into your lizard lunge. Toe heel the right foot out, and then step the left foot outside of the left hand. Malasana. Sit low. Breathe. All right, here we go. Arms out in front. Try to sit up tall. Come up to your left toes, lifting the heel. And then set it down. Come up to the right. Set it down. See if you can lift both. And then using control, stand it all the way up. Keep the heels lifted. Squeeze in. And then heels down. Come back to your Malasana. Hands down. Lift the hips. Drop the head. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees a lot. Find your chair pose. Sit low. All right, here we go. Sweep the arms behind you, high up on the toes. Heels down, arms up. 2 more. Sweep it back. Heels down, arms up. Last time, here's the change. Sweep it back. And then left knee to your chest, finding your crane pose. Face you. So really finding that strong crane pose, hugging the right hip in. Don't let it flare out. Now tap the toes out, and then circle the arms up and lift. Tap it out, this little skater's pose, and then lift up. 3 more. Tap it out, and then lift it up. Tap. And then lift. I think we have 1 more. Tap, and then lift. Hold it here, and then find your figure 4, crossing ankle over knee. Really flex the foot a lot. And then find your figure 4, sit your bum down. All right, we have those single-legged figure 4 squats here. So on an inhale, straighten through the leg. Exhale, sit it low. Inhale, just use your breath, go slow. Exhale, go low. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Sit really low here. And then stand it up tall. Find your crane pose. Lots of balance, I know. Here we go. Start to sweep the arms behind you and come halfway forward, but keep the knee there. So you're trying to get your belly to your thigh, and then the leg goes back. Finding your airplane pose. Flex the foot down. Think up dog in the chest. And then big step back. Sweep it back. Find your downward facing dog. Bring your knees to the mat. Child's pose. Maybe take a quick breather here. Grab some water if you need it. And we'll add on. When you're ready, find your downward facing dog. And breathe. On an inhale, stretch your right leg high. Right knee, right upper arm. Over to the left. And the right. And the left. One more time right. One more time left. Knee to your chest. Tap it down. Pull it in. Tap it down. Pull it in. One more time. Tap. Pull it in. Hold. And then find your awkward side plank, staying on the right hand. Hand comes behind the head. Open it up and then crunch it in. Open and crunch. One more. Inhale and crunch. Inhale, extend the leg. Sweep, cross, sweep, knee to upper arm. Sweep, cross, sweep, knee to upper arm. One more time, you could do this. Sweep, cross, sweep, knee to upper arm, maybe no hand. As you pivot forward, finding your bird dog for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down, right leg up. Bring your knee into your nose, step it forward, come right into your supported warrior 3. This time we come right into our Degasana. Maybe this time you fly the arms behind you as you lift the heart, finding your balance. Open up warrior 2, leading with the left. So switch your feet, come right into warrior 2 to the back of your mat. This time reverse your warrior. Let's find side angle pose. Left forearm to your thigh. If you'd like to go deeper, you can bring the elbow inside the knee. Arm can be straight up or overhead. Knit your ribs, so really hug your ribs down, drop your right hip. If you've got that arm overhead, reaching toward the left, maybe you look under your bicep and breathe. You have an option here. Maybe you take a half bind, reaching for your left hip crease, maybe a full bind. Roll the shoulder back, drop the hip, pull the belly in tight. If you have the bind, you can try this. We're coming into our lizard lunge. Maybe you keep the bind, maybe you just put the hands down. Give it a try. Nothing bad can really happen. Just starting to pivot on the toes, moving the left foot out, finding this bind here, dropping the hip. Breathe. And then bring the hands down, really great. Toe heel your left foot out. Step the right foot outside of the right hand. Sit low. Breathe. You've got it. Really great. All right, hands come out. We're coming right into it. See if you can lift both heels. And then start to lift up. Breathe. Hands to your heart. Sit it back down. Great job. Hands down, lift the hips. Toe heel the feet together. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, chair pose. Just one time, sweep the arms back, come high up on the toes. And then right knee to your chest, finding your crane pose. I'll face you. Slightly different this time. Pretty much the same, but a little different. Same thing with the skater pose. So tap the toe out and then lift it up. Tap it out and then lift it up. One more time, tap, hold it here. Hug this left hip in. Can you start to lift the right leg laterally? Toes are going forward, lifting up. You can even lean it forward a little bit, really working through that right hip. And then arms come up. Maybe you keep the leg straight, finding your staff pose, lifting that right leg as high as you can. And then find your figure 4. Hands to your heart. Sit it low. Just 3 of those squats. On an inhale, lift up. Exhale, sit low. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, sit low. So this time, give this a try. Start to find a twist. Can you work your right elbow toward the right sole of the foot? Doesn't have to touch, but you're just approaching it. Sitting low, hugging your left hip underneath you, really flexing through your right foot. For 3, 2, and 1. Start to stand it up. Pull the knee in tight. Come halfway forward. Lay your belly on your thigh. And then the leg goes straight back. Big step back. Plant your palms, left leg up and back. Left knee, left upper arm. Over to the right. And the left. And the right. One more time left. One more time right. Knee to your chest. And then tap it down. Knee to your chest. Tap it down. One more time. Knee to your chest. Tap it down. Pull it in and hold. Come to your left hand. Keep the knee lifted. Right arm up and then hand behind the head. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, open. Arm up. Extend the leg. Cross it. Extend. Knee into your upper arm. Extend. Cross it. Extend. Knee to the upper arm. Extend. One more time. Cross. Sweep. Knee. Sweep. Cross. Start to find your bird dog. Maybe the hand stays lifted for 3, 2, and 1. Right hand down, left leg up. Knee to your nose. Step it forward. Supported warrior 3. Look forward, get heavy in the left heel. Coming right into our Degasana, maybe the arms float behind you. Lift the heart. Open up warrior 2, leading with the right foot, so flip your feet. Finding your warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Forearm to thigh, maybe elbow inside a knee. Arm can go straight up or overhead. Knit the ribs, drop the hip. Find some rotation. Option for a half bind. This is where that strap or a rag can come in kind of handy, yeah? Maybe you bind it up completely using whatever props you've got. A shirt works great. Stay in the bind or not. Look down. See if you can hold the bind as you transition to your lizard lunge, trying to get your hips to face toward the mat high up on the ball of the left foot. And then get your hands down. Toe heel the right foot out. Step the left foot outside the left hand. Sit low. Last one of these. Arms out. Come to your toes, lifting the heels. Use your breath to lift you all the way up. Squeeze in. Hands to your heart, sit low. Hands down, lift the hips, fold. Toe heel the feet together to touch. Inhale. And exhale. Bend the knees a lot. Inhale, chair pose. Just one time, sweep the arms back high up on the toes, and then left knee to your chest. Finding your crane pose. Here we go. Skate. Arms right, toe taps left. Hug this hip in. Inhale, lift up, and skate. One more time, lift up, and skate. Maybe you start to lift that leg, finding that lateral hip extension for 3, 2, 1. Try to keep it straight, arms up, finding your staff pose. Knee can be bent. Or maybe you just try it. Try to keep the hips in alignment for 3, 2, and 1. Cross the ankle, find your figure 4. Get heavy into the heel, drop the hips, sit low. Just 3 of them. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit low. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe you look at trying that twist, bringing the left elbow toward the left sole of the foot. Keep hugging the right hip back, pulling the belly in tight for 3, 2, and 1. Start to stand it up. Find your crane. And then come halfway forward, belly to thigh. Start to extend the leg back. Finding your airplane pose, keep lifting the heart. Big step back. Right leg comes up and back. And then right foot meets left, downward facing dog. Let's just take a flow to wash that away. Any way you like. And then we'll meet in downward facing dog. All right, guys, so we've got one more little flow here to kind of work into an arm balance and a nice bind and garland. You're all set up. The hips are ready to go here. So make sure you have a strap nearby that could help you out or a block. And just have fun with it, all right? So on an inhale, stretch your right leg high. Right knee, right upper arm. Over to the left, to the right, and the left. One more time right. One more time left. Hold it. Come right into your fallen triangle. See if you can keep the right leg lifted. Let's do the sweep. So sweep it, cross, sweep it, knee to armpit. Sweep, cross, sweep, knee to armpit. One more time. Sweep, cross, sweep, knee to armpit. Left hand down, right leg just comes straight up and back. Knee to your nose, step it forward. Supported warrior 3. Moving a little faster, find your Degasana. Maybe you fly the arms back. Warrior 2, back of the mat. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the hands down inside of the left foot. Come right into your Malasana. I'm going to face you guys. So a strap can be really helpful here. And the other suggestion I have is you don't have to get a really tight bind at the bottom of this pose. You can kind of get it halfway up, and I'll show you what I mean. Reach the right hand out, reach the left arm up. If you want to use a strap, see if you can find that bind around the right leg. Think belly to thigh. We've been practicing that a lot during our practice. But the closer you can get your belly to your thigh, the easier it'll be. Try and hold on to this, but if you need to release a little bit, it's cool. See if you can toe heel your left foot underneath your heart. I kind of release my bind a little bit, and then I re-get it. And then start to stand up on your left foot, pulling your knee in with you. Finding your garland pose. Trying to find your balance as you move around your mat. There you go. Balance can be elusive. And just playing with that. A strap can be so helpful. Beautiful. And then release when you're ready. Just find yourself in your crane pose. And look at that. I moved from the middle of my mat all the way to the top. Let's come back to those skaters. So just one tap out to the side. And then maybe you start to lift the leg. Yep. Inhale. Come back up. Exhale. Figure 4. Sit low. All right, listen up. option to stay. You can come back into that twist. Maybe you'd like to try either a toe stand or a flying pigeon. If you want the arm balance, you got to bend a lot and get your hands down. Yep. And then you got to get that right foot high up on the arm and wrap your toes around it. And maybe you just kind of barely start to lift that back leg. If you have a good bind with the foot, you can start to extend the left leg behind you. Look forward. So strong chaturanga arms. Playing around with that. And when you're ready, just come back to that figure 4. Hands to your heart. And start to stand it all the way up. Knee to your chest. Come halfway forward. Yeah. Finding that again. Every time it should get better. Extend the leg. Finding your airplane pose. Big step back. Find your down dog. Just take a breather. If you'd like a flow to wash it away, go for it. We just have one more side. Inhale, stretch your left leg high. Left knee, left upper arm. To the right, and the left, and the right. Stay with it, yogis. Just do your best. Hold it on the right and come right into your fallen triangle. Maybe this time you hover the leg. All right, here we go. Sweep it, cross. Sweep it, knee to upper arm. Sweep, cross. Sweep, knee to upper arm. One more time. Sweep, cross. Sweep, knee to upper arm. Maybe you find that bird dog. Whew. I don't think we did it on the other side. Come straight up. Knee to your chest. Step it forward. Supported warrior 3. Here we go. Heavy in the heel. Maybe you fly the arms. Open it up. Warrior 2. Tip it up and back. Come right in to your lizard lunge, getting your hands down, and then step your left foot outside your left hand, sit low. So this time we're on the left. So start with dropping the shoulder, reach the hand out, and reach the arm up. If you like to have that strap or towel, get it. Right hand comes behind. See if you can find the bind. Even if you've got to release it on the way up, find it and find that connection of belly to thigh. And then see if you can toe heel the right foot under your heart. Press through your right heel. Start to stand up. Pull the knee in as close to your belly as you can. For 3, 2, and 1. Release it. Come into your crane pose. Here we go. Arms go right, tap left, pull the hip in. Maybe you lift the leg. For 3, 2, and 1. Arms up, lift the leg, staff pose. And then cross the ankle over the knee, figure 4. Stay, twist, or fly in your half pigeon. So if you want to fly, hands down, wrap the toes high up on the arm, and then use the shelf of your left arm for the left knee. And maybe you're just practicing lifting the right foot for a second. Strong chaturanga arms, and then press the top of your left foot into the arm. Maybe you can lift the leg, look forward for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to your figure 4, taking your time. Linger or play as long as you like. Stand it all the way up, crane pose. Arms go back, chest goes forward, belly to thigh. Start to extend the leg, keep lifting the heart. And then hands down, right leg up and back. Right foot meets left. Downward facing dog. Breathe. You guys made it. Let's stretch it out. Inhale, stretch the right leg high. Right knee comes behind the right wrist. Finding your half pigeon pose, slide it down. You have the option to come to your back for a supine figure 4. If you're in your half pigeon, see if you can find length first. We work the hips a lot, so you might feel a bit more open than usual. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, surrender. Just melt into your mat. As always, option for king pigeon or half mermaid, or you can take the left arm under for a shoulder stretch. Just finding an option that feels good to you. Maybe you do a combo of all 3. Take your time wherever you are. And then roll over to your right hip. I'm going to face you. We're going to just do this pinwheel of the legs. So your right knee stays bent, and then you're bending your left knee behind you, so the right sole of your foot kind of comes somewhere along the left inner thigh. Then take your left hand over to your right thigh and just side bend over to the left. So you're kind of stretching out the quad on the left side, the right side body. Breathe. And then gently release. Bring the left leg across the right. Let's find a twist. So sit up nice and tall, so half Lord of the Fishes. Hug your left knee in. Bring your left hand behind you. Start to twist over toward the left, sitting up tall. If this feels good, you might start to take the right elbow outside of the left knee. If you have a bind and that feels nice to you, you can try and get that. Roll the left shoulder back. Sit up tall, crown of head toward the ceiling. Pull the belly in tight. Breathe. And then gently release, just a little counter twist over to the right. And then if you're coming into your half pigeon, just come into your downward facing dog. And if you like to flow it out in between sides, you can. Or just reach your left leg high. Left knee outside of your left wrist. Slide it on down. So same thing. Setting it up. Maybe take a look behind you. Make sure the leg's coming straight out of the hip. Find your proud pigeon first, find extension, and then release. Same options for king pigeon, half mermaid. If you like the shoulder stretch, it's right arm under. Couple more breaths wherever you are. Take your time. If you're, whatever you're in, just start to release it. Roll over to your left hip this time. The left knee stays bent. The right knee comes behind you, so you've got this pinwheel thing going on. Left sole of foot into the right inner thigh. Right hand comes to the left thigh, and then you side bend over toward the right. Find that rotation, belly in, roll it back, finding the quad stretch, the side body stretch. One more breath. And gently release that. Take the right knee over this time. Sitting up nice and tall, pull the knee in. Take the left arm around that right knee, right hand comes behind, sit up tall. Start to twist and look over your right shoulder. Maybe you stay, maybe you start to deepen it by taking the elbow outside of the knee. Maybe you find a bind. And again, if you've got that strap and you want to try it, go for it. Roll the right shoulder back, sit up tall, pull your belly in tight, and really deepen that rinse. Gently release and just take that counter twist over to the left. And then unravel your legs. And let's just find a seated forward fold. So extend the legs straight out. Sit as tall as you can onto your sit bones. Pull your belly in tight. You might even have slightly bent knees here to help with your posture. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, fold with a flat back and a lifted heart. So try not to round. Keep lifting up. You might grab the big toes. Again, use a strap. It's all good. Just grabbing somewhere along the legs. Inhale, exhale, fold. Belly back, hips back. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Sit up tall, reach forward. And as slowly as you can, we're coming all the way down to your back. Keep pulling the belly in tight. Roll it down one vertebrae at a time. Breathe. Pull your knees into your chest. And then extend the legs overhead. Grab for the outsides of your feet, forearms on the insides of your shins. Little tuck of the chin. Start to roll your sacrum down toward the floor. Find length in your back body. Trying to stamp your whole spine onto the floor. Keep pulling the belly in tight. Take your time. As you're ready, start to bring the soles of your feet together. Keep the knees wide and guide your feet down toward the earth. Bring your right hand to your heart and your left hand to your belly. Supta Badrasana. Close your eyes. Start to relax. You made it. You did great. Take your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Place it in the soft palate. And try to empty your mind. What can you let go of? no judgment, no expectations. Just contentment, knowing that you did the best that you could, that you came to your mat and found a practice. That's why we call it practice, not perfection. If you prefer more traditional Shavasana, you can extend your legs straight out, arms by your side. Just making sure to find some time to just be still. If you are ready to move on with your day or your evening, whenever you're actually doing this practice, you can start to find some movement into your hands and your feet. Or you can just stay here in Shavasana and finish your practice here. Maybe you take a big stretch. And then maybe you just find your way to a seat or you stay. Bringing your hands to your heart. Slight bow of the head. Yogis, my soul honors your soul. I honor the love, light, peace, beauty, strength, and kindness within you because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are the same. We are one. Bring your palms to your third eye, the seat of your intuition. For beautiful thoughts, positive thoughts, positivity, encouragement. To our lips for kind words, thoughtful words. And to our hearts, compassion, empathy, patience. Thank you for joining me. I hope you are all well. I can't wait to see you soon. Stay safe, stay healthy. Namaste.